Ever felt trapped by your own thinking? The audiobook, Break Free from Limits, Learn to Think Outside the Box, is your escape route. Discover how to shatter mental barriers, unleash creativity, and solve problems like never before. From igniting change to exploring limitless horizons, this guide offers practical strategies for personal and professional growth. Don't let self-imposed limitations hold you back. Embrace a future of boundless possibilities. Your journey to extraordinary begins here. Before we go on, I invite you to download the free bundle, which contains the ebook version of this book and an executive summary of all the chapters with the key takeaways. Studies show that engaging with content through multiple formats significantly enhances learning and retention. Click on the first link in the description to claim your free bundle now and maximize your learning potential. Now it's free, but it won't be for long, so make sure to grab it while you can. Chapter 1: The Catalyst Moment. Have you ever experienced a moment that changed everything? A sudden realization, an unexpected encounter, or a flash of insight that shifted your perspective and set you on a new path? These are catalyst moments, powerful instances that ignite transformation and propel us towards growth and innovation. In the journey of breaking free from limits and learning to think outside the box, the catalyst moment is where it all begins. It's the spark that ignites the fire of change, the first domino that sets off a chain reaction of personal growth and creative thinking. This chapter explores the power of these pivotal moments and how they can launch you into a transformative journey of unlocking your full potential. The concept of the catalyst moment aligns closely with Malcolm Gladwell's tipping point theory. Gladwell suggests that small shifts in perspective or behavior can lead to significant changes in our lives and the world around us. Just as a small push can cause a boulder to roll down a hill, gaining momentum as it goes, a single moment of clarity or inspiration can set off a cascade of positive changes in your life. As you embark on this journey through Break Free from Limits, you'll discover that the process of transformation is both exciting and challenging. In this first chapter, we'll explore what you can expect to achieve, the long-term benefits of embracing creative thinking, and the crucial steps involved in this process. Let's start by considering what you should be able to achieve the first time you go through this book. First and foremost, you'll learn to recognize personal, mental, and emotional barriers that have been holding you back. These self-imposed limitations often operate beneath our conscious awareness, silently shaping our thoughts and actions. By bringing them to light, you take the first step towards overcoming them. Secondly, you'll begin to initiate a mindset transformation. This involves shifting from a fixed mindset where you believe your abilities are set in stone to a growth mindset that embraces the possibility of continuous improvement and learning. This fundamental change in perspective opens up a world of possibilities and sets the stage for creative thinking. Lastly, you'll have the opportunity to apply basic creative techniques. Tools like brainstorming and mind mapping might seem simple, but they can be incredibly powerful when used effectively. These techniques will help you generate new ideas, make unexpected connections, and approach problems from fresh angles. But what can all of this lead to over time if you continue to practice and apply these concepts? The potential is truly exciting. You can expect to develop enhanced creative problem-solving skills, allowing you to consistently generate innovative solutions to complex problems. This ability is invaluable in both personal and professional contexts, helping you stand out and make meaningful contributions. Moreover, you'll experience continuous personal and professional growth. As you embrace new ways of thinking and overcome limitations, you'll find yourself achieving more than you ever thought possible. This growth isn't limited to a single area of your life. It can positively impact everything from your career to your relationships and personal pursuits. Perhaps most importantly, you'll develop greater adaptability and resilience. In a world that's constantly changing, the ability to navigate challenges and bounce back from setbacks is crucial. The creative thinking skills you'll develop will equip you to face future challenges with confidence and ingenuity. Now, Let's delve into what's involved in this transformative journey and the most important steps you'll need to take. The process begins with recognizing the need for change. This might come as a sudden realization or a gradual understanding that your current ways of thinking and problem solving are no longer serving you well. It's about acknowledging that there's room for growth and improvement in how you approach life's challenges. Next comes the crucial step of identifying mental barriers. We all have cognitive biases and fixed mindsets that limit our thinking. These might include the tendency to jump to conclusions, resist new ideas, or avoid taking risks. Becoming aware of these barriers is the first step towards overcoming them. With this awareness, you can begin the process of transforming your mindset. This involves consciously challenging your limiting beliefs and embracing a growth-oriented approach to thinking. It's about cultivating curiosity, openness to new ideas, and a willingness to learn from failures as well as successes. As you progress, you'll learn various creative techniques that can enhance your thinking and problem-solving abilities. These might include methods for generating ideas, making unexpected connections, or viewing problems from different perspectives. The key is not just to learn these techniques, but to practice applying them regularly in your daily life. Finally, the most crucial step is applying these concepts to your daily life. Creative thinking isn't just for artists or inventors, it's a valuable skill in every aspect of life. Whether you're tackling a work project, resolving a personal conflict, or planning your future, the ability to think creatively can lead to better outcomes and more fulfilling experiences. You might wonder why these steps are important and why they're presented in this particular order. The sequence is designed to build a solid foundation for lasting change. Each step prepares you for the next, ensuring a comprehensive transformation. By starting with awareness and mindset shifts before moving on to specific techniques, you're more likely to embrace and integrate these new ways of thinking into your life. This structured approach also facilitates lasting change. Rather than providing a quick fix or temporary boost, the goal is to promote sustainable personal growth. By addressing underlying mindsets and gradually building new skills, you're more likely to experience long-term benefits. Moreover, this sequence is designed to maximize impact. By understanding the why before diving into the how, you're more likely to fully engage with the material and apply it effectively in your life. The order enhances your understanding of the concepts and their practical application, setting you up for success. As we delve deeper into the catalyst moment, it's important to understand the power of a single idea. Throughout history, groundbreaking innovations and personal transformations have often started with a single thought or realization. This could be a new way of looking at a problem, a sudden insight into your own behavior, or a vision of what could be possible if you pushed beyond your current limitations. These catalyst ideas have the power to revolutionize your thinking patterns. They can challenge long-held assumptions, open up new possibilities, and inspire you to take action in ways you never considered before. The key is to be open to these moments of inspiration and to recognize their potential significance when they occur. Recognizing the need for transformation is another crucial aspect of the catalyst moment. Often, this recognition comes when we realize that our current approaches are no longer effective or fulfilling. It might be a sense of stagnation in your career, a recurring pattern in your relationships, or a general feeling of unfulfillment. These are signs that it's time to change your approach and embrace new ways of thinking. Understanding the tipping point theory can help you appreciate how small changes can lead to significant results in your life. According to this theory, ideas, trends, and behaviors can spread rapidly once they reach a critical mass. In the context of personal growth, this means that small, consistent efforts to change your thinking patterns can eventually lead to dramatic transformations in your life. The compound effect of minor adjustments in perspective can be truly remarkable. Just as compound interest can turn small savings into significant wealth over time, small daily efforts to think more creatively and challenge your limitations can lead to major breakthroughs and achievements in the long run. As you embark on this journey, it's important to identify your personal catalyst, the specific insight, experience, or realization that motivates you to pursue change. This might involve reflecting on moments of frustration or dissatisfaction in your life, or recalling times when you felt particularly inspired or energized. Self-analysis methods like journaling or meditation can be helpful in uncovering these transformative moments. Setting clear intentions for growth is also crucial. What do you hope to achieve by thinking more creatively? What areas of your life do you want to improve? Having clear objectives will help guide your efforts and keep you motivated as you progress through this book and beyond. Of course, embarking on any journey of personal transformation can be daunting. It's natural to feel some fear of the unknown as you prepare to challenge your existing thought patterns and push beyond your comfort zone. However, it's important to remember that this fear is often a sign that you're on the right track, that you're pushing yourself to grow and evolve. Strategies for managing this anxiety might include practicing mindfulness techniques, seeking support from friends or mentors, or breaking down your goals into smaller, more manageable steps. Remember, every great achievement started with a single step into the unknown. Finally, committing to personal development is about more than just reading a book or trying out a few new techniques. It's about embracing a lifelong journey of growth and discovery. Building a roadmap for continuous growth might involve setting regular learning goals, seeking out new challenges, or cultivating relationships with people who inspire and motivate you. As we conclude this chapter, remember that the catalyst moment is just the beginning. It's the spark that ignites the flame of transformation, but it's up to you to keep that flame burning. The chapters that follow will equip you with the tools and insights you need to break free from your limits and embrace creative thinking in all aspects of your life. Are you ready to embark on this transformative journey? The path ahead is filled with exciting possibilities and potential breakthroughs. As you turn the page to the next chapter, you'll begin to uncover the hidden barriers that have been holding you back. Get ready to shine a light on these limitations and take the first steps towards breaking free from them. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to Grow to the Top and activate notifications to receive more self-improvement tips that will supercharge your growth. And make sure to give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. It really helps the channel grow. Thank you for your support. Chapter 2, Recognizing Limits. Have you ever felt like you're capable of so much more, yet something invisible holds you back? It's as if there's an unseen force limiting your potential, keeping you from reaching the heights you know you could achieve. This feeling isn't uncommon, and it's not your imagination. These invisible barriers are very real, and they play a crucial role in shaping our lives, often without us even realizing it. As we embark on this chapter, we're about to embark on a journey of self-discovery. We'll peel back the layers of our minds to uncover the hidden obstacles that have been silently influencing our thoughts, decisions, and actions. These obstacles, once revealed, will no longer have the power to control us from the shadows. But why is this process so important? Imagine trying to navigate a maze while blindfolded. You might make some progress through sheer determination, but you'd likely find yourself hitting walls and going in circles more often than not. Now, imagine removing that blindfold. Suddenly, the path becomes clear, and what once seemed impossible becomes achievable. This is the power of recognizing our limits. It's not about accepting these limitations as permanent fixtures in our lives, but about identifying them so we can overcome them. By shining a light on these mental and emotional barriers, we take the first crucial step towards breaking free from them. The impact of these mental barriers on our creativity and problem-solving abilities cannot be overstated. They act like invisible walls, boxing us into familiar patterns of thinking and behaving. When faced with a challenge, instead of exploring all possible solutions, we find ourselves restricted to a narrow range of options, limited by our preconceived notions of what's possible or appropriate. Consider for a moment how many opportunities you might have missed due to these unseen constraints. Perhaps you didn't apply for that dream job because you convinced yourself you weren't qualified enough. Maybe you didn't share that innovative idea in a meeting because you feared criticism. These missed opportunities are the real-world consequences of unrecognized limits. But what exactly are these limits we're talking about? They come in many forms, but at their core, they're self-imposed limitations, beliefs and thought patterns that we've internalized over time. These beliefs shape our perception of reality, often in ways that restrict rather than empower us. One of the most common types of self-imposed limitations is the fixed mindset. This is the belief that our abilities and intelligence are static traits that can't be changed. People with fixed mindsets often shy away from challenges, fearing that failure will expose their limitations. They might think, "I'm not a creative person," or "I'm not good at problem solving," and these beliefs become self-fulfilling prophecies. In contrast, a growth mindset is the belief that our abilities can be developed through effort and learning. People with growth mindsets embrace challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. They're more likely to persist in the face of setbacks and see effort as a path to mastery. The difference between these two mindsets can have a profound impact on creative thinking. Those with fixed mindsets often resist change and new ideas, sticking to what they know and feel comfortable with. They might dismiss innovative solutions as too risky or impractical, preferring to stay within the bounds of the familiar. On the other hand, those with growth mindsets are more likely to think outside the box. They're open to new experiences and ideas, seeing them as opportunities for growth rather than threats to their competence. This openness is a crucial ingredient for creativity and innovation. But mindsets aren't the only mental barriers we face. Our minds are also subject to a variety of cognitive biases, systematic errors in thinking that can affect our judgments and decisions. These biases are like mental shortcuts that our brains use to process information quickly, but they can often lead us astray. One common cognitive bias is confirmation bias, the tendency to search for, interpret, and recall information in a way that confirms our pre-existing beliefs. This bias can severely limit our ability to consider alternative viewpoints or solutions. For example, if we believe we're not creative, we might unconsciously focus on evidence that supports this belief while ignoring evidence to the contrary. Another prevalent bias is anchoring, the tendency to rely too heavily on the first piece of information we encounter when making decisions. This can limit our ability to consider a full range of options, especially when brainstorming or problem solving. Recognizing these biases is the first step towards mitigating their impact on our thinking. By being aware of them, we can consciously work to counteract their influence, opening ourselves up to a broader range of possibilities. But mental barriers aren't the only obstacles we face. Emotional barriers can be just as limiting, if not more so. Fear and doubt play significant roles in shaping our thoughts and actions. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. These emotions can paralyze us, keeping us stuck in our comfort zones and preventing us from taking the risks necessary for growth and innovation. Doubt, particularly self-doubt, can be equally debilitating. That little voice in our head that says, "You're not good enough," or "You can't do this," can erode our confidence and limit our willingness to take on challenges or express our ideas. Overcoming these emotional barriers often involves confronting and reframing our negative self-talk. Instead of letting that inner critic run unchecked, we can learn to challenge these negative thoughts and replace them with more constructive ones. For instance, instead of thinking, "I'm not creative enough to solve this problem," we might reframe it as, "This is a challenging problem, but I have the ability to learn and find a solution." So, how do we go about recognizing and addressing these limits? One powerful tool is self-assessment through journaling. By regularly writing down our thoughts, feelings, and experiences, we can start to identify patterns in our thinking. We might notice recurring themes of self-doubt or recognize situations that consistently trigger feelings of fear or inadequacy. Mindfulness practices can also be incredibly helpful in recognizing our limits. By cultivating present moment awareness, we can learn to observe our thoughts and emotions without getting caught up in them. This allows us to see our mental and emotional patterns more clearly, making it easier to identify and address our limitations. As we engage in this process of self-discovery, it's important to remember that the goal isn't to eliminate all limitations overnight. That would be an unrealistic expectation that could lead to frustration and disappointment. Instead, we're aiming for a gradual increase in self-awareness. A good outcome from this process might simply be beginning to notice our personal limitations. Just becoming aware of the ways we hold ourselves back is a significant step forward. It's like turning on a light in a dark room. Suddenly, we can see obstacles that were invisible to us before. An excellent outcome would be actively breaking limiting patterns. This might involve catching ourselves in the act of negative self-talk and consciously reframing our thoughts. Or it could mean recognizing when we're avoiding a challenge due to fear and choosing to face it head-on instead. The best possible outcome? Unleashed creativity. When we've identified and begun to overcome our mental and emotional barriers, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities. We become free to explore new ideas without the constraints of self-doubt or fear of failure. Our problem-solving abilities expand as we consider options that we might have previously dismissed or overlooked. Of course, this journey isn't without its challenges. One common pitfall is denial of limitations. It can be uncomfortable to confront our own shortcomings, and it's tempting to insist that we don't have any significant mental or emotional barriers. The fix for this is to practice openness and honesty with ourselves. Remember, recognizing our limitations isn't about beating ourselves up. It's about identifying areas for growth and improvement. Another potential issue is feeling overwhelmed by the number of barriers we uncover. Once we start looking, we might find more limitations than we expected, which can feel daunting. The solution here is to take it one step at a time. Focus on addressing one barrier at a time, rather than trying to overcome everything at once. Lastly, there's always the risk of reverting to old habits. Change is hard, and it's easy to slip back into familiar patterns of thinking and behaving. To prevent this, it's helpful to establish routines and accountability measures. This might involve regular journaling, working with a coach or mentor, or joining a group of like-minded individuals who are also working on personal growth. As we conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on what you've learned. You've taken the first crucial step on your journey to breaking free from limits, recognizing that these limits exist. You've begun to understand how mental and emotional barriers can restrict your creativity and problem-solving abilities, and you've gained some tools for identifying and addressing these barriers. But this is just the beginning. As you move forward, you'll find that recognizing your limits is an ongoing process. It requires constant vigilance and a willingness to confront uncomfortable truths about yourself. However, the rewards of this process are immeasurable. With each barrier you identify and overcome, you'll find yourself capable of greater creativity, more innovative problem-solving, and a deeper sense of personal freedom. As we move into the next chapter, prepare yourself for a shift in perspective. We've spent this chapter looking inward, identifying the barriers that hold us back. But what if the very way we view our abilities and potential is itself a barrier? What if the key to unlocking your full potential lies not in what you know, but in how you think about what you know? Get ready to challenge your fundamental beliefs about yourself and your capabilities as we explore the transformative power of mindset. Chapter 3: Mindset Transformation. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to thrive in the face of challenges while others crumble? Why do certain individuals consistently push their boundaries and achieve remarkable growth while others remain stuck in familiar patterns? The answer might surprise you. It's not about innate talent or intelligence. It's about something far more powerful and, fortunately, something within your control. As we delve into this chapter, we're about to uncover a fundamental truth that has the potential to revolutionize your approach to personal growth and creativity. This truth lies at the heart of how you view yourself, your abilities, and the world around you. It's a lens through which you interpret experiences, face challenges, and pursue your goals. But why is this so important? Imagine for a moment that you could dramatically increase your capacity for learning, enhance your resilience in the face of setbacks, and unlock levels of creativity you never thought possible. What if you could approach each day with a sense of excitement about the growth opportunities it holds, rather than fear of potential failures? This isn't just wishful thinking. It's the reality for those who have mastered the art of mindset transformation. Your mindset, the set of beliefs you hold about yourself and your abilities, plays a crucial role in shaping your personal growth journey. It influences how you approach challenges, how you respond to feedback, and ultimately, what you believe is possible for yourself. The concept we're exploring is based on the groundbreaking work of psychologist Carol Dweck, who introduced the idea of growth mindset. This theory suggests that our beliefs about our abilities have a profound impact on our motivation, learning, and achievement. But before we dive deeper into what a growth mindset is, let's consider its opposite, the fixed mindset. People with a fixed mindset believe that their basic qualities, like intelligence or talent, are fixed traits. They spend their time documenting their intelligence or talent instead of developing them. They also believe that talent alone creates success without effort. They're wrong. On the other hand, those with a growth mindset believe that their most basic abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. This view creates a love of learning and a resilience that is essential for great accomplishment. Virtually all great people have had these qualities. The benefits of adopting a growth mindset are far-reaching. It enhances creativity by encouraging experimentation and risk-taking. It fosters resilience by reframing failures as learning opportunities. And it promotes openness to new ideas by cultivating a sense of curiosity and lifelong learning. But how do we go about adopting this powerful mindset? The first step is understanding the core principles of growth mindset theory. At its heart, this theory posits that our brains are malleable, capable of growing and changing throughout our lives. This concept, known as neuroplasticity, means that we can literally rewire our brains through learning and experience. Armed with this knowledge, we can begin to view challenges differently. Instead of seeing obstacles as threats to our competence or self-worth, we can embrace them as opportunities for development. This shift in perspective can be transformative. Suddenly, that daunting project at work becomes a chance to develop new skills. The criticism you receive on your creative work becomes valuable feedback for improvement. One of the most powerful aspects of the growth mindset is its approach to failure. In a fixed mindset, failure is seen as evidence of inadequacy. It's something to be avoided at all costs. But in a growth mindset, failure is reframed as a crucial part of the learning process. Think about it. How many groundbreaking innovations came about on the first try? How many great artists or scientists achieved mastery without countless failed attempts? The truth is, mistakes and setbacks are not just inevitable. They're essential for growth. They provide valuable information about what doesn't work, pointing us in the direction of what might. By embracing this perspective, we can develop greater resilience. Instead of being discouraged by setbacks, we can view them as stepping stones on the path to success. This resilience allows us to bounce back from failures more quickly, to persist in the face of challenges, and to maintain our motivation even when things get tough. Another key aspect of the growth mindset is the cultivation of curiosity. In a world that's constantly changing, the ability to stay curious and engaged in lifelong learning is crucial. Those with a growth mindset understand that there's always more to learn, more skills to develop, more perspectives to consider. This curiosity can be fostered through various strategies. One effective approach is to practice asking better questions. Instead of assuming you know the answer, approach situations with genuine curiosity. Ask what-if questions to explore new possibilities. Seek out diverse perspectives to challenge your own assumptions. Exploring new fields of knowledge can also stimulate curiosity. Don't limit yourself to your area of expertise. Read widely, attend lectures on unfamiliar topics, engage in conversations with people from different backgrounds. You never know where the next spark of inspiration might come from. As you cultivate this growth mindset, you may find yourself facing an unexpected challenge, imposter syndrome. This is the persistent feeling of self-doubt, the nagging worry that you're not really as competent as others perceive you to be. It's a common experience, especially as you push yourself to grow and take on new challenges. The key to overcoming imposter syndrome lies in recognizing it for what it is, a manifestation of self-doubt, not an accurate reflection of your abilities. Remember, feeling uncertain or uncomfortable is often a sign that you're growing and stretching yourself. Instead of letting these feelings hold you back, see them as indicators that you're on the right track. Building confidence in your creativity is another crucial aspect of mindset transformation. This involves not just believing in your ability to come up with ideas, but also in your capacity to implement them effectively. Affirmations and positive reinforcement can be powerful tools in this process. Try starting each day with a positive affirmation related to your creative abilities. It might feel awkward at first, but over time, these affirmations can help reshape your self-perception. Similarly, take time to acknowledge and celebrate your creative successes, no matter how small. This positive reinforcement can help build your confidence over time. To truly internalize this mindset transformation, it's important to put these concepts into practice. One effective technique is mindset journaling. Set aside time each day to reflect on your thoughts and experiences. Pay attention to moments when you catch yourself slipping into a fixed mindset. How can you reframe those thoughts from a growth perspective? Another powerful practice is to challenge yourself daily. Set small tasks that push you slightly out of your comfort zone. It could be as simple as trying a new approach to a familiar task or reaching out to someone you admire for advice. The key is consistency. Small, daily challenges can lead to significant growth over time. As you embark on this journey of mindset transformation, it's natural to wonder about the potential outcomes. A good outcome might be developing a greater openness to learning. You might find yourself more willing to try new things, to admit when you don't know something, and to seek out opportunities for growth. An excellent outcome would be increased resilience. You might notice that setbacks no longer derail you as they once did. Instead, you're able to bounce back more quickly, learning from the experience and using it to fuel your progress. The best possible outcome? Unlocking your full potential. This means not just maximizing your personal growth and creative abilities, but also inspiring others around you to do the same. You might become a catalyst for positive change in your personal and professional spheres, leading by example and showing others what's possible when you embrace a growth mindset. Of course, this journey isn't without its challenges. You might encounter reluctance to change, especially if you've been operating from a fixed mindset for a long time. The fix for this is to reflect deeply on the benefits of adopting a growth mindset. Consider how your life might be different if you truly believed in your ability to grow and improve. Persistent self-doubt can also be a stumbling block. Even as you work to adopt a growth mindset, that inner critic might continue to pipe up. The solution here is to seek feedback and support from others. Surround yourself with people who believe in your potential and can offer constructive feedback on your progress. Inconsistent effort is another common pitfall. It's easy to be enthusiastic at the beginning, but maintaining that momentum can be challenging. To address this, establish clear routines and set specific, achievable goals. Break down your larger objectives into smaller daily actions that you can consistently implement. As we conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on the journey we've embarked upon. We've explored the transformative power of mindset, uncovering how our beliefs about our abilities can profoundly shape our experiences and achievements. We've learned strategies for embracing challenges, reframing failures, cultivating curiosity, and building confidence in our creativity. But this is just the beginning. As you move forward, remember that mindset transformation is an ongoing process. It requires consistent effort and self-reflection, but the rewards, enhanced creativity, greater resilience, and the ability to continually grow and adapt are well worth the effort. As we look ahead to the next chapter, prepare yourself for a shift in perspective. We've spent this chapter exploring the internal landscape of mindset. But what if the key to unlocking your creative potential lies not just in how you think, but in the specific techniques you use to generate and develop ideas? Get ready to add some powerful tools to your creative arsenal as we delve into the world of creative techniques. What hidden reservoirs of creativity might you tap into with the right approach? The journey of discovery continues. Chapter 4: Creative Techniques. Have you ever found yourself staring at a blank page, desperately willing an idea to materialize? Or perhaps you've been faced with a problem that seems insurmountable, with no clear solution in sight. These moments of creative blockage can be frustrating, even paralyzing. But what if I told you that creativity isn't just about waiting for inspiration to strike? What if there were tools and techniques you could use to actively stimulate your creative thinking? In this chapter, we're about to embark on an exciting journey into the world of creative techniques. These are not magic tricks or quick fixes, but rather powerful methods that can help you tap into your innate creative potential. They're like keys that can unlock doors in your mind you didn't even know existed, revealing new pathways of thought and innovative solutions. But why are these techniques so important? In our rapidly changing world, the ability to think creatively and innovatively is more crucial than ever. It's not just artists or inventors who need creativity. It's a vital skill in every field, from business to education to personal development. By enhancing your creative capacity, you're expanding your ability to adapt, solve problems, and bring fresh ideas to any situation you encounter. Moreover, these techniques can help you break free from conventional patterns of thinking. We all have habitual thought processes, ways of approaching problems that we've used time and time again. While these can be efficient, they can also limit our ability to see new possibilities. Creative techniques give us tools to step outside these familiar patterns and discover new ideas. One of the most intriguing approaches we'll explore is lateral thinking, a term coined by Edward de Bono. But what exactly is lateral thinking? Imagine you're trying to get from point A to point B. Logical or vertical thinking would have you draw a straight line between these points. Lateral thinking, on the other hand, might lead you on a winding path or even suggest that you dig a tunnel or build a bridge. In essence, lateral thinking is about approaching problems from unexpected angles. It's about challenging assumptions and generating alternatives that might not be immediately obvious. This can be particularly useful when traditional methods aren't yielding results or when you're seeking truly innovative solutions. There are various techniques associated with lateral thinking. One is the random entry technique, where you introduce a random word or concept into your thinking process and use it to generate new ideas. Another is provocation, where you deliberately propose outrageous ideas to shake up your thinking and lead to new insights. But lateral thinking isn't the only tool in our creative arsenal. Another powerful technique is mind mapping, developed by Tony Buzan. Mind mapping is a visual thinking tool that can help you structure information, better understand complex ideas, and generate new ones. To create a mind map, you start with a central concept or problem in the middle of a page. From there, you branch out with related ideas, using colors, images, and keywords to represent different thoughts and connections. This radial structure mimics the way our brains naturally associate ideas, making it an intuitive and effective way to organize and generate thoughts. One of the key benefits of mind mapping is its ability to help you visualize connections between different ideas. By seeing your thoughts laid out visually, you might notice patterns or relationships that weren't apparent before. This can lead to new insights and innovative solutions. Of course, we can't discuss creative techniques without mentioning one of the most well-known methods: brainstorming. While many of us are familiar with the concept, effective brainstorming is more than just shouting out ideas in a group setting. There are actually different approaches to brainstorming, each with its own advantages. Individual brainstorming allows for deep, focused thinking without the influence of others' ideas. It can be particularly useful for introverts or when dealing with sensitive topics. Group brainstorming, on the other hand, leverages the power of collective creativity. It allows for ideas to build upon each other and can generate a wider range of perspectives. However, group brainstorming isn't without its pitfalls. One common issue is groupthink, where the desire for harmony or conformity leads to irrational or dysfunctional decision-making. To avoid this, it's important to establish ground rules that encourage diverse thinking and respect for all ideas, no matter how unconventional they might seem. Another technique that can supercharge your creative thinking is the scamper method. Scamper is an acronym that stands for substitute, combine, adapt, modify, put to another use, eliminate, and reverse. Each of these prompts encourages you to think about a problem or idea in a different way. For instance, substitute might lead you to ask, what if we replace this component with something else? Combine could prompt you to consider merging two seemingly unrelated concepts. Reverse might have you completely flip your perspective, asking, what if we did the opposite of what we usually do? The scamper technique is particularly useful when you're looking to innovate on existing ideas or products. It provides a structured way to challenge assumptions and explore new possibilities. Role-playing and simulation are yet more tools in the creative toolkit. These experiential methods allow you to step into different perspectives and scenarios, potentially uncovering insights that might not be apparent from your usual viewpoint. In a role-playing exercise, you might take on the persona of a customer, a competitor, or even an inanimate object related to your problem. By immersing yourself in this different perspective, you might gain new understanding or generate novel ideas. Simulation, on the other hand, involves creating a model of a situation or system to explore how it might behave under different conditions. This can be particularly useful for testing ideas or strategies before implementing them in the real world. Now that we've explored these various techniques, you might be wondering how to put them into practice. One effective way to start is by tackling lateral thinking puzzles. These are problems designed specifically to encourage creative thinking. They often have counterintuitive solutions that require you to challenge your assumptions and think outside the box. For instance, here's a simple lateral thinking puzzle. A man pushes his car to a hotel and tells the owner he's bankrupt. Why? The solution requires you to think beyond the obvious and consider alternative meanings or contexts for the given information. If you're curious, the answer is that they're playing Monopoly. Another practical exercise is to create mind maps for your personal or professional projects. Start with a central theme or problem and let your thoughts branch out from there. Don't censor yourself. The goal is to generate as many ideas and connections as possible. You might be surprised at the insights that emerge when you see your thoughts laid out visually. As you begin to incorporate these techniques into your thinking processes, you might wonder what outcomes you can expect. A good initial outcome would be simply becoming familiar with these tools. Being able to reach for a mind map when you're stuck, or use the scamper method to approach a problem differently, is a valuable skill in itself. An excellent outcome would be the regular application of these techniques. Imagine being able to consistently generate fresh ideas and innovative solutions in your personal and professional life. This could lead to increased productivity, better problem solving, and perhaps even breakthroughs in your field of work or study. The best possible outcome? Developing a habit of innovative thinking. This means not just using these techniques when you're stuck, but incorporating creative thinking into your everyday approach to life. It's about cultivating a mindset that constantly seeks new perspectives and possibilities, leading to a richer, more innovative life experience. Of course, as with any new skill, there can be challenges in adopting these creative techniques. You might find some methods difficult to grasp at first, or feel frustrated if they don't immediately yield the results you're hoping for. The key is to start small and gradually progress. Begin with simple exercises and build up to more complex applications as you become more comfortable with each technique. Another common issue is reverting to old methods when under pressure or facing tight deadlines. It's natural to fall back on familiar ways of thinking, but this can prevent you from reaping the full benefits of these creative techniques. To combat this, try setting reminders or creating visual cues to prompt you to use these new tools consistently. Lastly, don't be discouraged if you don't see immediate results. Creative thinking is a skill that develops over time with practice. Be patient and persistent, and don't be afraid to adjust your approach. What works best for you might be a combination of different techniques or a modified version of one of the methods we've discussed. As we conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on the journey we've taken. We've explored a variety of powerful tools and techniques designed to enhance your creative thinking. From the unexpected pathways of lateral thinking to the visual connections of mind mapping, from the collaborative energy of brainstorming to the structured innovation of Scamper, you now have a robust toolkit to tackle any creative challenge. Remember, these techniques are not just theoretical concepts. They're practical tools meant to be used and refined through experience. As you move forward, challenge yourself to incorporate these methods into your daily life. You might be surprised at the creative potential you unlock. But our journey into the realm of creativity is far from over. As we look ahead to the next chapter, prepare yourself for a shift in perspective. We've spent this chapter exploring tools to generate ideas and solve problems creatively. But what happens when we face obstacles that seem insurmountable? How do we maintain our creative spirit in the face of setbacks and challenges? Get ready to discover the art of resilience and the hidden opportunities that lie within our greatest difficulties. The path ahead may be uncertain, but it promises to reveal strengths you never knew you had. Chapter 5. Overcoming Obstacles. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to flourish in the face of adversity, while others crumble? What if I told you that the very challenges you dread could be the key to unlocking your greatest potential? It might sound counterintuitive, but the path to growth and innovation often leads straight through the heart of our most daunting obstacles. In this chapter, we're about to embark on a journey that will challenge your perceptions of difficulty and failure. We'll explore a revolutionary concept that goes beyond mere resilience, suggesting that we can actually benefit from stressors and setbacks. This idea might seem radical at first, but as we delve deeper, you'll discover how it can transform your approach to problem solving and personal growth. But why is this so important? In a world that's constantly changing and presenting new challenges, the ability to not just withstand but thrive under pressure is invaluable. By learning to turn challenges into opportunities for growth, you're not just solving problems, you're evolving and improving with each obstacle you face. Moreover, building this kind of resilience isn't just about handling big crises. It's about developing a mindset that allows you to approach everyday stressors and setbacks as chances to learn and innovate. Imagine facing your workday not with dread of potential problems, but with excitement about the growth opportunities they might present. At the heart of this approach is a concept known as anti-fragility, introduced by scholar Nassim Nicholas Taleb. But what exactly is anti-fragility? To understand it, let's first consider its opposite, fragility. Fragile things break under stress. Then there are robust things, which resist change and stay the same. But anti-fragile systems actually get better when subjected to stress, volatility, and disorder. Think of it this way. Your muscles grow stronger when subjected to the stress of exercise. Your immune system becomes more robust when exposed to pathogens. In the same way, your problem-solving skills and creativity can actually improve when faced with challenges and setbacks. This concept of anti-fragility goes beyond mere resilience or robustness. It's not about bouncing back to your original state after a setback, but about bouncing forward, becoming better than you were before. It's about viewing stressors not as things to be avoided, but as essential ingredients for growth and innovation. But how can we practically apply this concept to our lives? It starts with reframing how we view challenges. Instead of seeing problems as roadblocks, we can start to view them as catalysts for growth. This shift in perspective can be powerful. Suddenly, that difficult project at work becomes an opportunity to develop new skills. That conflict in a relationship becomes a chance to improve your communication and empathy. Learning from adversity is a crucial part of this process. Every setback, every failure contains valuable lessons if we're willing to look for them. The key is to approach these experiences with curiosity rather than judgment. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this experience make me stronger or more skilled? This approach doesn't mean that setbacks won't be painful or difficult, but by focusing on the potential for growth, we can find purpose in our struggles and motivation to push through them. To truly leverage obstacles for growth, we need effective problem-solving strategies. One powerful approach is root cause analysis. This involves digging deeper than the surface-level problem to identify the underlying issues that led to it. By addressing these root causes, we not only solve the immediate problem, but prevent similar issues from recurring in the future. A simple but effective technique for root cause analysis is the 5 whys. This involves asking why repeatedly, typically 5 times, to get to the heart of an issue. For example, if you're consistently missing deadlines, you might ask, 1. Why am I missing deadlines? Because I'm often rushing at the last minute. 2. Why am I rushing at the last minute? Because I underestimate how long tasks will take. 3. Why do I underestimate task duration? Because I don't break large tasks into smaller, manageable steps. 4. Why don't I break tasks down? Because I haven't developed a system for project planning. 5. Why haven't I developed a planning system? Because I haven't prioritized improving my time management skills. By the 5th why, you've likely uncovered a root cause that, if addressed, could solve not just this problem, but improve your overall productivity. While these problem-solving strategies are crucial, overcoming obstacles isn't just about logical analysis. It also requires emotional resilience. The ability to manage stress and maintain a positive outlook in the face of challenges is key to turning setbacks into opportunities. There are various techniques you can use to build this emotional resilience. Deep breathing exercises, for instance, can help calm your nervous system when you're feeling overwhelmed. Regular meditation practice can improve your overall stress response and help you maintain perspective when facing difficulties. Developing a strong support system is another crucial aspect of building resilience. Mentors can provide guidance and perspective when you're struggling with challenges. Peers can offer support, share experiences, and sometimes provide fresh perspectives on your problems. Remember, seeking support isn't a sign of weakness. It's a strategy employed by the most successful and resilient individuals. To put these concepts into practice, try conducting an anti-fragility assessment of your life. Look at different areas, your career, relationships, health, skills, and identify where you have opportunities to grow stronger through stress or challenges. Where can you push yourself out of your comfort zone? Where can you turn existing stressors into opportunities for growth? Another practical exercise is challenge journaling. Whenever you face a setback or difficulty, record it in a journal. But don't just describe the problem. Focus on what you learned from it, how you grew, or how you might approach similar situations differently in the future. Over time, you'll create a record of your growth and resilience, which can be incredibly motivating when you face future challenges. As you begin to implement these strategies, you might wonder what outcomes you can expect. A good initial outcome would be improved coping skills. You'll likely find yourself better able to handle stress and adversity without becoming overwhelmed. You might notice that problems that once seemed insurmountable now feel manageable. An excellent outcome would be actively growing from challenges. You'll not only handle setbacks well, but you'll be able to extract significant learning experiences from them. You might find yourself actively seeking out challenges as opportunities for growth. The best possible outcome? Thriving under pressure. Imagine actually excelling in situations that once caused you stress. This doesn't mean you'll enjoy every difficulty, but you'll approach challenges with confidence, knowing that you have the tools to not just overcome them, but to use them as stepping stones to greater achievement and innovation. Of course, this journey isn't without its potential pitfalls. One common issue is the tendency to avoid challenges altogether. When we're not used to viewing obstacles as opportunities, our instinct might be to play it safe and stick to what's comfortable. The fix for this is to gradually expose yourself to small stressors or challenges. Start with something slightly outside your comfort zone and progressively tackle bigger challenges as your confidence grows. Another potential problem is becoming overwhelmed. While the goal is to grow from stressors, too much stress can be counterproductive. If you find yourself feeling overwhelmed, it's important to employ stress management techniques to maintain balance. This might involve prioritizing self-care, setting boundaries, or breaking larger challenges into smaller, more manageable steps. Lastly, maintaining a positive mindset can be difficult, especially when facing repeated setbacks. It's easy to fall into negative thought patterns that can undermine your resilience. The fix here is to practice positive reframing, actively looking for the potential benefits or learning opportunities in every situation. This doesn't mean ignoring the reality of difficult situations, but rather choosing to focus on the aspects you can control and the potential for growth. As we conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on the journey we've taken. We've explored the revolutionary concept of anti-fragility and how it can transform our approach to challenges. We've learned strategies for problem solving and building emotional resilience, and we've discovered practical exercises to help us grow stronger through adversity. Remember, the goal isn't to seek out unnecessary hardship, but to approach the inevitable challenges of life with a mindset that allows you to grow and innovate through them. By viewing obstacles as opportunities, you're not just solving problems, you're constantly evolving and improving. But our exploration of breaking free from limits is far from over. As we look ahead to the next chapter, prepare yourself for a shift in perspective. We've spent this chapter learning how to overcome obstacles, but what if we could create situations where traditional obstacles don't even exist? What if there was a way to innovate that sidesteps competition altogether? Get ready to dive into a world of blue oceans and unexplored territories, where the possibilities for innovation are limitless. Chapter 6: Innovative Solutions. Have you ever felt like you're swimming in a sea of sameness, struggling to keep your head above water in a world of fierce competition? What if there was a way to step out of that crowded ocean and find your own pristine lagoon of opportunity? A place where the rules of competition don't apply, where you can create your own unique value without having to fight for every inch of progress. In this chapter, we're about to embark on a journey that will challenge your perceptions of innovation and success. We'll explore a revolutionary strategy that doesn't just give you an edge in the existing market, but helps you create an entirely new one. This approach might seem radical at first, but as we delve deeper, you'll discover how it can transform your approach to problem solving and personal growth. But why is this so important? In a world that's increasingly crowded and competitive, the ability to stand out with unique solutions is more valuable than ever. It's not just about being better than the competition, it's about making the competition irrelevant. Imagine approaching your career or personal projects not with anxiety about how to outperform others, but with excitement about the new value you can create. At the heart of this approach is a concept known as the Blue Ocean Strategy, introduced by W. Chan Kim and Renee Moborn. But what exactly is a Blue Ocean Strategy? To understand it, let's first consider its opposite, the Red Ocean. Red oceans represent all the industries and markets in existence today. In these crowded waters, competitors fight for a greater share of limited demand. As the market space gets more crowded, prospects for profits and growth are reduced. Products become commodities, and cutthroat competition turns the water bloody, hence the term red oceans. Blue oceans, in contrast, represent all the industries not in existence today, the unknown market space, untainted by competition. In blue oceans, demand is created rather than fought over. There's ample opportunity for growth that's both profitable and rapid. The essence of blue ocean strategy is about creating uncontested market space and making the competition irrelevant. It's about creating and capturing new demand rather than fighting over existing customers. This approach aligns perfectly with our goal of developing unique and effective solutions by thinking beyond conventional approaches. But how can we apply this concept to our personal and professional lives? It starts with shifting our mindset from competing to creating. Instead of asking, how can I be better than others, we start asking, how can I offer something unique that others aren't providing? This shift in thinking opens up a world of possibilities. Suddenly, you're not limited by the constraints of your current industry or field. You're free to explore new combinations of skills, new applications of your knowledge, new ways of solving problems that others haven't considered. The key to this approach is what Kim and Moborn call value innovation. This is the simultaneous pursuit of differentiation and low cost, creating a leap in value for both buyers and the company. In personal terms, this might mean finding a way to offer unique value in your work or personal projects, while also making it easier or more accessible for others to benefit from. Applying blue ocean thinking to your personal life involves identifying unique opportunities in both personal and professional contexts. This might mean finding a niche in your career that combines your unique set of skills in a way that others haven't. Or it could mean approaching a personal goal or project from an angle that hasn't been explored before. The goal is to stand out by offering unique value. This doesn't necessarily mean inventing something entirely new from scratch. Often, it's about recombining existing elements in new ways or applying ideas from one field to another in an innovative manner. To truly embrace this innovative approach, we need to challenge our assumptions. Many of the limitations we perceive are based on unquestioned beliefs about how things are done in our field or industry. By questioning these assumptions, we can often uncover new possibilities that others have overlooked. For example, you might ask, why do things have to be done this way? What if we approach this problem from a completely different angle? What assumptions am I making that might not actually be true? Encouraging diverse perspectives is another crucial aspect of thinking beyond conventional approaches. By seeking input from people with different backgrounds, experiences, and areas of expertise, we can gain fresh insights and combine ideas in new and unexpected ways. Of course, having innovative ideas is only the first step. The real challenge lies in implementing these ideas effectively. This requires careful planning and execution. Start by breaking your innovative idea down into actionable steps. What needs to happen for this idea to become a reality? Who needs to be involved? What resources will you need? As you implement your ideas, it's important to measure their impact and be willing to adjust as needed. Innovation is often an iterative process, requiring refinement and adaptation as you go. Be prepared to gather feedback, analyze results, and make changes to improve your approach. To put these concepts into practice, try a blue ocean mapping exercise. Start by identifying your current ocean, the space where you're currently operating, whether in your career, a personal project, or any other area of your life. What are the key factors that people typically compete on in this space? Now, imagine ways you could create a new ocean. What factors could you eliminate that your industry has taken for granted? What factors could you reduce well below the industry standard? What factors should be raised well above the industry standard? What factors should be created that the industry has never offered? Another practical exercise is assumption challenging. Make a list of all the assumptions you hold about your field, your work, or a particular problem you're trying to solve. Then, systematically question each of these assumptions. What if the opposite were true? What new possibilities would that open up? As you begin to implement these strategies, you might wonder what outcomes you can expect. A good initial outcome would be generating new ideas. you'll likely find yourself coming up with innovative concepts for problems or opportunities that you hadn't considered before. An excellent outcome would be successfully implementing these innovative solutions. You might find yourself not just having great ideas, but effectively bringing them to life and seeing real results from your innovative approach. The best possible outcome? Becoming a pioneer in your field. Imagine not just keeping up with the latest trends, but actually setting them. You could become known as an innovator, someone who consistently brings fresh, valuable ideas to the table. Of course, this journey into innovation isn't without its challenges. One common issue is resistance to change, both from yourself and others. When you propose ideas that challenge the status quo, you're likely to face skepticism or pushback. The key is to highlight the benefits and potential of your innovative approach. Show how it creates new value or solves problems in ways that conventional approaches can't. Another potential obstacle is the fear of failure. Innovative ideas often involve risk, and it's natural to feel apprehensive about stepping into uncharted territory. The fix for this is to reframe how you view failure. In the world of innovation, failures are often just steps on the path to success. Embrace risk as a necessary component of growth and learning. Lack of support can also be a significant challenge when pursuing innovative ideas. You might find that others don't understand or appreciate your vision, at least initially. The solution is to build a network of like-minded individuals who can offer encouragement, feedback, and support. Seek out others who are also interested in innovation and creative problem-solving. As we conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on the journey we've taken. We've explored the revolutionary concept of blue ocean strategy and how it can transform our approach to innovation and problem-solving. We've learned strategies for creating uncontested space, challenging assumptions, and implementing innovative ideas. And we've discovered practical exercises to help us apply these concepts in our own lives. Remember, the goal isn't to innovate for the sake of being different, but to create new value in ways that can truly make a difference. By thinking beyond conventional approaches, you're not just solving problems, you're opening up new possibilities and potentially reshaping your field or industry. But our exploration of breaking free from limits is far from over. As we look ahead to the next chapter, prepare yourself for a shift in perspective. We've spent this chapter learning how to create big, game-changing innovations. But what if the key to unlocking your creative potential lies in the small, everyday moments of your life? What if there was a way to infuse creativity into even the most mundane tasks and routines? Get ready to discover how the ordinary can become extraordinary and how every moment holds the potential for creative expression. Chapter 7, Everyday Creativity. Have you ever found yourself marveling at the ingenuity of a great artist or the brilliance of a renowned scientist, thinking, I could never be that creative? What if I told you that creativity isn't just the domain of geniuses and visionaries? What if the key to unlocking your creative potential lies not in grand gestures or revolutionary inventions, but in the small, everyday moments of your life? In this chapter, we're about to embark on a journey that will challenge your perceptions of creativity. We'll explore a concept that doesn't just reserve creativity for special occasions or extraordinary individuals, but sees it as a fundamental aspect of daily life. This approach might seem simple at first, but as we delve deeper, you'll discover how it can transform your everyday experiences and lead to profound personal and professional growth. But why is this so important? In a world that often celebrates only the most dramatic creative achievements, we can easily overlook the power of small, consistent creative acts. Yet, it's these everyday expressions of creativity that can enhance our daily lives, lead to continuous personal development, and even pave the way for those bigger creative breakthroughs. At the heart of this approach is a concept known as everyday creativity, introduced by psychologist Ruth Richards. But what exactly is everyday creativity? It's the idea that creativity isn't limited to artistic pursuits or groundbreaking innovations. Instead, it's a way of approaching life that can be applied to any task, no matter how mundane it might seem. Everyday creativity is about finding novel and meaningful ways to approach our daily activities. It's about bringing a sense of curiosity, playfulness, and innovation to our routines. This could mean finding a more efficient way to organize your workspace, coming up with a new approach to a recurring problem at work, or even finding a creative way to make a household chore more enjoyable. The beauty of this concept is that it makes creativity accessible to everyone. You don't need to be a professional artist or inventor to be creative. You can express creativity in the way you communicate with others, solve problems, or even in how you plan your day. But how can we incorporate creativity into our daily routines? It starts with developing an awareness of the creative opportunities that surround us. This means looking at our everyday tasks and challenges with fresh eyes, always asking, is there a different way I could approach this? One effective technique for building creative habits is to start small. Choose one daily activity and challenge yourself to approach it differently each day for a week. This could be as simple as taking a different route to work, rearranging your desk in a new way, or trying a new method of prioritizing your tasks. Journaling can be another powerful tool for fostering everyday creativity. Set aside a few minutes each day to write down your thoughts, ideas, or observations. Don't worry about creating polished prose. The goal is simply to get your creative juices flowing. You might be surprised at the insights and ideas that emerge from this practice. Doodling is another simple yet effective way to engage your creativity daily. Keep a small sketch pad with you and spend a few minutes each day drawing whatever comes to mind. This isn't about creating masterpieces. It's about giving your mind the freedom to play and explore. As you begin to incorporate these practices into your life, you'll likely start to notice changes in how you approach your work as well. Creative problem solving becomes a natural extension of your everyday creativity. When faced with a challenge at work, you'll find yourself more inclined to think outside the box and come up with innovative solutions. This approach can have a ripple effect in professional settings. As you demonstrate creative thinking in your work, you may inspire your colleagues to do the same. This can lead to a more innovative team environment where fresh ideas are welcomed and creative problem solving is the norm. Of course, fostering creativity in our daily lives requires a delicate balance between structure and flexibility. While it's important to make time for creative pursuits, we also need to ensure that we're meeting our responsibilities and obligations. This is where effective time management comes in. Try allocating specific time slots for creative thinking or activities. This could be as short as 15 minutes a day. The key is consistency. A small amount of time dedicated to creativity each day can yield significant results over time. At the same time, it's important to remain flexible and open to change. Creative insights often come when we least expect them. Being able to adapt your plans or routines to accommodate these moments of inspiration can lead to exciting new discoveries and innovations. To put these concepts into practice, try setting yourself a daily creativity challenge. This could be as simple as finding a new use for a common household item, coming up with an original metaphor to describe your day, or solving a small problem in an unconventional way. The goal is to flex your creative muscles regularly, making creative thinking a habit rather than a rare occurrence. Reflective journaling can also be a powerful tool for enhancing your everyday creativity. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to write about your creative experiences. What new ideas did you have? How did you approach tasks differently? What insights or observations surprised you? This practice not only reinforces your creative efforts, but also helps you identify patterns and opportunities for further growth. As you begin to implement these strategies, you might wonder what outcomes you can expect. A good initial outcome would be increased enjoyment in your daily tasks. You might find yourself looking forward to activities that you previously found boring or tedious simply because you found ways to approach them more creatively. An excellent outcome would be improved performance in various areas of your life. As you apply creative thinking to your work and personal challenges, you're likely to come up with more effective solutions and achieve better results. You might find yourself becoming known as an innovative problem solver in your professional life. The best possible outcome? Mastery of creativity. Imagine reaching a point where creative thinking is so ingrained in your approach to life that it becomes second nature. You seamlessly integrate creativity into all aspects of your life, constantly finding new ways to innovate, express yourself, and solve problems. Of course, this journey into everyday creativity isn't without its challenges. One common issue is a perceived lack of time. When our schedules are already packed, it can seem impossible to add another activity, even if it's just a few minutes of creative practice. The solution is to incorporate creativity into your existing activities rather than trying to add it as a separate task. Look for ways to bring a creative approach to the things you're already doing. Another potential obstacle is feeling uninspired. There will be days when your creative well feels dry, and that's perfectly normal. The key is to have strategies in place for these moments. Seek out new experiences or stimuli to spark your creativity. This could be as simple as taking a different route on your daily walk, listening to a new genre of music, or reading about a topic outside your usual interests. Inconsistency can also be a challenge when trying to establish a daily creative practice. It's easy to start strong, but then let the habit slip as other priorities take over. To combat this, set reminders for yourself and make a commitment to your daily practice. Treat it as an important appointment with yourself, just as you would any other significant commitment. As we conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on the journey we've taken. We've explored the concept of everyday creativity and how it can transform our approach to daily life. We've learned strategies for incorporating creativity into our routines, enhancing our professional outcomes, and balancing structure with flexibility. And we've discovered practical exercises to help us cultivate creativity as a daily habit. Remember, the goal isn't to produce masterpieces or groundbreaking innovations every day. It's about cultivating a creative mindset that allows you to approach life with curiosity, flexibility, and innovation. By embracing everyday creativity, you're not just enhancing your daily experiences, you're laying the groundwork for bigger creative breakthroughs and continuous personal growth. But our exploration of breaking free from limits is far from over. As we look ahead to the next chapter, prepare yourself for a shift in perspective. We've spent this chapter learning how to infuse creativity into our daily lives. But what if we could take this concept even further? What if there was a way to not just be creative every day, but to continuously improve and grow in every aspect of our lives? Get ready to discover a philosophy that turns small, consistent efforts into dramatic long-term transformations. The path ahead may seem gentle, but it leads to peaks you've never imagined. Chapter 8, Continuous Growth. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly progress in their personal and professional lives, while others remain stagnant? What if I told you that the secret to this constant evolution isn't about making dramatic changes or taking giant leaps, but rather about embracing a philosophy that turns tiny, almost imperceptible improvements into monumental transformations over time? In this chapter, we're about to embark on a journey that will challenge your perceptions of personal growth and creativity. We'll explore a concept that doesn't rely on sudden bursts of inspiration or dramatic overhauls, but instead harnesses the power of small, consistent efforts. This approach might seem deceptively simple at first, but as we delve deeper, you'll discover how it can lead to profound and lasting changes in every aspect of your life. But why is this so important? In our rapidly changing world, the ability to continuously grow and adapt is more crucial than ever. It's not just about staying competitive in your professional life. It's about finding ongoing fulfillment and purpose in everything you do. Imagine approaching each day not as a repetition of the last, but as an opportunity to become slightly better than you were yesterday. At the heart of this approach is a philosophy known as Kaizen, a Japanese term that translates to change for the better or continuous improvement. But what exactly is Kaizen, and how can it transform your life? Kaizen is based on the idea that small, incremental changes, when applied consistently over time, can lead to significant improvements. It's about making tiny adjustments to your daily habits, routines, and thought processes, changes so small they might seem inconsequential at first. But over weeks, months, and years, these micro improvements compound, leading to dramatic transformations. The beauty of the Kaizen philosophy is its accessibility. You don't need to make drastic life changes or possess extraordinary willpower. You simply need to commit to making small, manageable improvements each day. This could be as simple as reading one page of a book, doing one extra push-up, or spending 5 minutes learning a new skill. But how can we apply this philosophy to our personal development and creative growth? It starts with shifting our mindset from seeking instant results to valuing consistent progress. Instead of setting overwhelming goals, we break them down into tiny, achievable steps. For instance, if your goal is to become a more creative problem solver, you might start by spending just 5 minutes each day brainstorming solutions to a hypothetical problem. It might not feel like much at first, but over time, this practice will strengthen your creative muscles and expand your capacity for innovative thinking. The Kaizen approach aligns perfectly with the concept of lifelong learning. In a world where knowledge and skills can quickly become obsolete, the ability to continuously learn and adapt is invaluable. But lifelong learning doesn't mean you need to constantly enroll in formal education programs. It's about cultivating a curiosity about the world around you and consistently seeking out new knowledge and experiences. Setting clear learning goals is an important part of this process. These goals don't have to be grand or life-changing. They could be as simple as learning one new word each day, understanding a new concept in your field each week, or mastering a new skill each month. The key is to make these goals specific, measurable, and achievable within a set time frame. Leveraging resources and mentors can greatly accelerate your growth. In our digital age, we have unprecedented access to information and expertise. Online courses, podcasts, books, and webinars offer endless opportunities for learning. Seeking out mentors, whether in person or through digital platforms, can provide guidance, accountability, and insights that can significantly boost your growth. To truly embrace continuous growth, it's essential to build habits that support sustained development. This means creating a daily routine that incorporates practices aimed at improvement. This could involve setting aside time each day for learning, reflection, or skill practice. The specific activities will depend on your personal goals, but the key is consistency. Tracking your progress over time is another crucial aspect of continuous growth. It's easy to overlook small improvements, but when you document your journey, you can see how far you've come. This could involve keeping a journal, using a habit tracking app, or regularly assessing your skills and knowledge in specific areas. In our rapidly evolving world, the ability to adapt to change is more important than ever. This means not just keeping up with new technologies relevant to your field, but also remaining open to new ideas and ways of doing things. The Kaizen philosophy encourages us to view change not as a threat, but as an opportunity for growth and improvement. To put these concepts into practice, try creating a Kaizen action plan. Start by identifying an area of your life where you'd like to see improvement. Then, break this down into the smallest possible actions you can take each day to move towards your goal. Remember, these actions should be so small that they feel almost trivial. That's the key to making them sustainable. Progress journaling can be another powerful tool for continuous growth. Each day, take a few minutes to record what you've learned, what you've accomplished, no matter how small, and what you'd like to improve. This practice not only helps you track your progress, but also reinforces your commitment to growth and helps you identify areas for further development. As you begin to implement these strategies, you might wonder what outcomes you can expect. A good initial outcome would be steady improvement. You'll likely notice gradual progress in your personal and professional abilities. Tasks that once seemed challenging might start to feel easier, and you'll find yourself approaching problems with greater confidence and skill. An excellent outcome would be significant growth. Over time, you might achieve notable advancements in your chosen areas of focus. Skills that once seemed out of reach might become second nature, and you might find yourself taking on challenges that previously seemed impossible. The best possible outcome? Lifelong mastery. Imagine reaching a state where continuous growth and learning become so ingrained in your lifestyle that excellence and fulfillment become your default state. You're not just growing, you're thriving, constantly pushing the boundaries of your potential and inspiring others to do the same. Of course, this journey of continuous growth isn't without its challenges. One common issue is loss of motivation. When progress seems slow or the path ahead looks long, it's easy to lose sight of why you started. The fix for this is to regularly revisit your goals and the reasons behind them. Remind yourself of the progress you've made, no matter how small, and visualize the person you're becoming through these consistent efforts. Plateauing is another potential obstacle. You might reach a point where you feel you're no longer making progress despite your continued efforts. The solution here is to introduce new challenges or change your approach. This might mean setting more ambitious goals, exploring a related skill, or seeking out more advanced resources or mentors. Feeling overwhelmed can also derail your growth journey. If your goals start to feel too big or your daily tasks too numerous, the fix is to break them down into even smaller, more manageable steps. Remember, the essence of Kaizen is making improvements so small they're almost effortless. If you're feeling overwhelmed, it's a sign that you need to scale back and focus on smaller actions. As we conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on the journey we've embarked upon. We've explored the transformative power of continuous, incremental improvement through the Kaizen philosophy. We've learned strategies for lifelong learning, building growth-oriented habits, and adapting to change. And we've discovered practical exercises to help us apply these concepts in our daily lives. Remember, the goal isn't to achieve perfection or to transform your life overnight. It's about embracing a mindset of continuous growth, where each day presents an opportunity to become slightly better than you were yesterday. By making small, consistent improvements, you're not just changing your habits, you're reshaping your potential and expanding the horizons of what's possible in your life. But our exploration of breaking free from limits is far from over. As we look ahead to the final chapter, prepare yourself for a paradigm shift. We've spent this chapter learning how to grow continuously, but what if we could take this concept to its ultimate conclusion? What if there was a way to not just grow incrementally, but to completely transcend our perceived limitations? Get ready to explore a realm where the boundaries between possible and impossible blur, where your potential is truly limitless. The journey ahead may challenge everything you thought you knew about human capability, but it promises to open doors to possibilities you've never imagined. Chapter 9, Limitless Horizons. As we stand at the threshold of this final chapter, take a moment to reflect on the journey we've undertaken together. We've explored the depths of creative thinking, challenged our assumptions, and embraced continuous growth. But what if I told you that everything we've covered so far is just the beginning? What if the skills and mindsets you've developed are keys to a door that opens onto a vista of limitless possibilities? In this chapter, we're about to embark on the most exhilarating leg of our journey. We'll explore a concept that doesn't just push the boundaries of what you think is possible, it obliterates them entirely. This approach might seem audacious at first, but as we delve deeper, you'll discover how it can transform not just your thinking, but your entire life trajectory. The power of what you've learned throughout this book cannot be overstated. You've unlocked tools and perspectives that have the potential to revolutionize every aspect of your life. Think about it. You now possess the ability to approach any problem with creative flair, to see opportunities where others see obstacles, and to continuously improve yourself day by day. But how can you harness this newfound power to its fullest extent? It starts with truly embracing the concept of limitless potential. This isn't about setting ambitious goals, it's about recognizing that the very idea of limits is often self-imposed. The skills you've developed aren't just tools for achieving specific objectives. They're keys to unlocking a mindset where anything becomes possible. Imagine approaching every challenge, every aspiration, with the unwavering confidence that you have the creative capacity to find a solution or path forward. This isn't blind optimism. It's a grounded belief in your ability to learn, adapt, and innovate your way through any situation. The impact of this mindset extends far beyond your personal achievements. Consider how it can transform your relationships. By applying creative thinking to your interactions, you can enhance your communication in ways you never thought possible. You might find yourself resolving conflicts more effectively, expressing ideas more clearly, or connecting with others on deeper levels. Moreover, as you embark on this journey of limitless growth, you become an inspiration to those around you. Your willingness to challenge limits and pursue continuous improvement can motivate others to do the same. You become a catalyst for positive change, not just in your own life, but in the lives of those you touch. Now, let's consider what you'll be able to achieve with this new perspective. The innovative problem-solving skills you've developed will allow you to tackle obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. You'll approach challenges not with trepidation, but with excitement about the creative solutions you'll discover. In your personal and professional life, you'll find yourself reaching new heights. Goals that once seemed distant or unrealistic will come within reach. But more than that, you'll find yourself setting and achieving objectives you never even considered before. Your expanded sense of what's possible will lead you to explore new territories and push the boundaries of your potential. As you continue to practice the concepts from this book, you'll notice something remarkable. Your results will improve with less and less effort. This isn't magic. It's the power of mastery and compounding growth. As creative thinking becomes second nature, you'll find yourself generating innovative ideas and solutions with increasing ease. This efficiency doesn't mean you'll stop growing. On the contrary, your progress will accelerate. Each new skill or insight builds upon the last, creating a snowball effect of personal development. The small, consistent improvements you make will compound over time, leading to exponential growth in your capabilities and achievements. Now, let's explore a concept that embodies the spirit of limitless potential: blue sky thinking. This approach encourages you to ideate without constraints, to imagine possibilities unfettered by perceived limitations or practical considerations. It's about asking, "What if?" without immediately shutting down ideas as unrealistic or impractical. To practice blue sky thinking, try this exercise. Choose an area of your life or a challenge you're facing. Now, imagine you had unlimited resources, time, and abilities. What would you do? What solutions would you implement? Don't censor yourself or worry about feasibility. Let your imagination run wild. This type of thinking can lead to breakthrough ideas and innovative solutions. Even if the initial ideas seem impossible, they often contain seeds of practical innovations. By removing constraints in the ideation phase, you open yourself up to possibilities you might never have considered otherwise. As you embrace this limitless mindset, it's crucial to envision your future in vivid detail. Goal setting takes on a new dimension when you remove self-imposed limitations. Don't just set objectives. Create a rich, detailed vision of the future you want to create. Use all your senses to imagine this future. What does it look like? How does it feel? What are you doing? The more vivid and emotionally compelling your vision, the more motivated you'll be to pursue it. Consider crafting a personal vision statement, a concise, powerful declaration of your purpose and the future you're committed to creating. This statement serves as a North Star, guiding your decisions and actions as you navigate towards your limitless potential. Of course, maintaining momentum on this journey is crucial. There will be times when you hit plateaus, periods where you feel like you're not making progress. Recognize these for what they are: temporary pauses in your growth, not permanent stops. Often, these plateaus are just the calm before a significant breakthrough. Use these periods to reflect on your progress, refine your approach, and prepare for the next leap forward. Remember to celebrate your milestones along the way. Acknowledgement of your achievements, no matter how small, fuels your motivation and reinforces your belief in your limitless potential. Each milestone is not just a marker of progress, but a stepping stone to even greater achievements. As we near the end of our journey together, I want to emphasize the importance of cultivating optimism. This isn't about naive positivity, but about maintaining a constructive, solution-focused outlook even in the face of challenges. Your ability to see opportunities where others see obstacles will be one of your greatest assets on this journey of limitless growth. Finally, remember that your journey has the power to inspire others. As you break through your own limits and achieve things you once thought impossible, you become living proof of what's possible with creativity, persistence, and a limitless mindset. Share your experiences, your struggles, and your triumphs. Your story could be the catalyst that inspires someone else to embark on their own journey of limitless growth. As we conclude this book, I want you to realize something profound. The journey you've embarked upon doesn't end with the closing of these pages. In fact, this is just the beginning. You now possess the tools, the mindset, and the vision to continue growing, creating, and achieving in ways you might never have imagined before. The true power of what you've learned lies not in any single technique or concept, but in the fundamental shift in how you perceive yourself and the world around you. You are no longer bound by arbitrary limits or constrained by conventional thinking. You have the ability to continuously reinvent yourself, to tackle any challenge with creativity and confidence, and to shape your life and the world around you in profound ways. Remember, the horizon of your potential is not a fixed line in the distance. It's an ever-receding frontier that moves as you approach it. Each time you break through a perceived limit, you'll discover new vistas of possibility stretching out before you. This journey of limitless growth and creativity is not just about achieving specific goals. It's about becoming the fullest, most vibrant version of yourself and contributing your unique gifts to the world. Now, as you close this book, I challenge you to open your mind to the limitless possibilities that await you. Embrace your newfound creative power and cultivate your limitless mindset. But remember, true mastery comes not just from knowing, but from becoming. There's a crucial next step in your journey, one that will transform how you approach every aspect of your growth and creativity. It's about shifting your focus in a way that aligns perfectly with the limitless potential you've uncovered. Curious about what this transformative approach might be? The answer lies in the audiobook, Don't Look for Results, Become the Result. This essential guide will show you how to fully embody the change you seek, taking your journey of limitless growth to unprecedented heights. Tap the center of the video now to continue your transformation journey.